During the pandemic, the WWE has been deemed an essential business. This causing people to question how essential an entertainment business like this really is. But it might be more essential than people realize, just not in a traditional sense. The WWE has been seemingly a breeding ground for megastars in Hollywood. It has seen the likes of The Rock, John Cena, and women like Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. These stars have been creating through the WWE machine and the training they receive year round. It's no question that they have been doing this for decades now, dating all the way back to Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Starting with Hollywood's biggest star, and according to Google, the most famous man on earth, The Rock. The Rock in 2022 has transcended what it means to be an entertainer. He has gone from football to wrestling to Hollywood to starting his own business to being a whole mogul. It is safe to say that The Rock has gone from rags to riches in more ways than one. Next, we'll be talking about John Cena, a kid who grew up in a small town, West Newbury, Massachusetts, playing football at a D3 college. Turned 16-time world champ, TV host, rapper, and mega movie star, along with granting more Make-A-Wishes than anyone in history. Next, we'll be talking about Batista. Batista, a troubled kid who witnessed people in his neighborhood die, who was a bodybuilder and a bouncer at a club for over 10 years. Turned 6-time world champ, MMA fighter, and mega movie star. All these guys off the bat don't sound like they have the most going for them or like they're the most talented. But the WWE proved otherwise. There's something to say about guys who are 6'5", 280 pounds, and the work ethic that it takes to get to that level. Then putting them on the road, traveling 300 days a year, leaving their family behind, just to put on a show. Fans may think WWE superstars only perform once a week, either on Raw or SmackDown. And although those may be the two most important shows, what they do the rest of those 300 days is what counts. Live events are where the wrestlers perform in small cities around the world. These shows to hardcore wrestling fans are known as house shows. These shows consist of no announcers, no nothing. Just the wrestlers going out there performing on the spot. As nothing is televised in these shows, this is where the stars are known for attempting new things and seeing what sticks. Almost like a rehearsal. Some of these rare moments have been caught on video through fans' perspectives, and they have been surfacing the web. Now these matches are mostly on the spot from what we know, from what we learn from the wrestlers themselves. It's almost like a variant of improv that only exists in the world of pro wrestling. Here's a quote from two-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion, The Miz. I don't think a lot of people see the talent in WWE superstars. They see us as wrestlers. We are wrestlers, yes, 100%. But we're so much more than that. This is a breeding ground. Like if you look at who is the biggest movie star in the world, The Rock. Why do you think that is? Do you think he would be there if it wasn't for the WWE and the training he received? This is acting, hosting, using your charisma to get an audience into you and enjoy what you are doing, where they boo you or they cheer you. It's an education. And we've been fortunate enough to parlay into other things. It also certainly helps that the WWE have their own studio, titled WWE Studios. The company WWE Studios. It's been seemingly a practice round for Hollywood for the WWE superstars. Guys like The Miz, Randy Orton, and John Cena have all been featured on these, and these straight-to-DVD movies on a small scale surely set the stage for bigger things to come. After all, look at Hollywood's biggest stars. Now, looking at what the education Miz is talking about actually is, comes a big question most people, at least once in their life, ask themselves. How much of WWE is acting? WWE is choreographed and predetermined, but the physicality is very much real. Sportskeeda.com sums it up in this quote from an article. Is WWE fake or real? A $1 million question answered. As mentioned, the outcomes of matches are predetermined. The superstars portray themselves just as they do in any television show, but due to the physical and athletic nature of wrestling, injuries occur frequently. The acting consists of cutting promos, which is where they talk to sell the match or rivalry and portray emotions just like in a TV show. So it's easy to see, in my opinion, how doing this for years and years, along with building a reputation for themselves, leads us wrestlers from success in the square circle to success in the Hollywood world. And that is how WWE creates Hollywood's biggest box office attractions.